As one of the 5 boroughs of New York City, Queens has gained popularity as a vibrant and diverse place to call home. Known for its rich cultural heritage, bustling neighborhoods, and proximity to Manhattan, Queens offers residents a unique living experience. In this video, we will explore the pros and cons of living in Queens, helping you make an informed decision about whether it's the right place for you. My name is Malcolm Marcel, aka Mr. Marcel, and I am a licensed loan officer that's here to help you. My team and I get calls, emails every day from people just like you looking for help on making their move to New York, and we absolutely love it. Whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us an email, a text. All of our information is in the description below so we can help you make a smooth move to New York. If you wait until the very end of this video, we have a surprise for you that you're not gonna wanna miss. Here are the pros and cons. Well, let's start with the pros. The pros of living in Queens. Number 1, culture diversity. Queens is a melting pot of cultures, boasting a diverse population and multitude of ethnic neighborhoods, from its bustling streets of Flushing to the vibrant communities in Jackson Heights and Astoria. Residents have an opportunity to embrace, celebrate a wide range of cultural traditions. Traditions. I don't know why I said it like that. Number 2, affordable housing options. Compared to other boroughs like Manhattan or Brooklyn, which prices are high, but we'll talk about that in another video, Queens offers a relatively more affordable housing options. Whether you're looking for a spacious apartment or a cozy house or a charming neighborhood, Queens can provide a range of choices that won't break the bank too much. Still a lot more than Nassau County, but it's not too bad. Number 3, access to green spaces. Queens is home to numerous parks and green spaces, providing residents with an ample opportunity for outdoor recreation and relaxation. From its sprawling Flushing Meadow Park to the Forest Park and the Astoria Park. There's a lot of parks in Queens. Queens is known for having a lot of parks. The Astoria Park is along the East River, so nature lovers you'll be sure to find solace in Queens and a green haven. So Queens has a lot more parks and stuff than any other borough. Guarantee, hands down. The only place that has a lot more is when you start going to Long Island. So Nassau, Suffolk, way more space. But Queens, if you're looking for parks and that kind of stuff, Queens is your best bet. Number 4, excellent transportation. Queens benefits from its extensive transportation network, making the commute within the boroughs and to other parts of the city easier. Any part of New York City really has great transportation. Now, that's not always the cleanest, but as far as having access to subway, buses, and other commuter railroad lines or rail lines to connect to Manhattan specifically, or even any other borough if you go in between the boroughs. The boroughs really, they did very well. One thing I will say is the grid for the subway maps and buses. They even make them quicker now. So now you have an app on your phone that will tell you when the next bus is coming, how far away it is, and you can actually track it to see it coming in real time. So it's really cool. The New York City's transportation is by far one of the best and the most advanced in the world. Now, granted, that doesn't mean it's always clean or it's always the nicest, but as far as accessibility, hands down, one of the best. All right, now we're gonna talk about the cons. Commuting challenges. While Queens or New York City enjoys excellent transportation options, they're not the cleanest, which I already talked to you about, but to commute to Manhattan during peak hours can be time consuming, especially depending on your location or your mode of transportation. So if you're taking the buses or the train specifically is a lot better because you're underground, so it's not as much traffic. It's just a lot of people traveling at the same time. So trains are usually the best. Buses, you're gonna get hit with a lot of traffic because now you have cars, stuff like that. But at least with the buses, you can read a book. That's how I look at it. So depending on where your destination is, it's going to take you a lot longer to reach. Particularly if you work or you study in Manhattan. Manhattan is like full of traffic. I used to go to school at John Jay, traffic galore. I'm talking about like, oh my God, I refused to drive. Like I had a car and I wouldn't drive to go to school because I knew it would be hard to look for parking and I knew that I'd be caught in traffic. And if I was gonna be in traffic for 2.5 hours, maybe 3, I would lose my mind. So instead I just took the train and it'd take me an hour and a half to get from home, my house in Jamaica, Queens, to Manhattan. Hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours. Number 2, I already talked about a little bit, but crowded neighborhoods. Not just when it's time to travel, certain neighborhoods in Queens can be densely populated, resulting in crowded streets, limited parking options, and higher noise levels. Popular areas such as Long Island City and Astoria have seen a rapid development, which contribute to more bustling and an urban environment. Because it's growing, it's more people moving in. They're building more high towers, and it's like there's barely any parking now, and you're building 3 brand new buildings right there. Where are we parking at? What are we doing right now? Number 3, limited nightlife. Compared to Brooklyn or Manhattan, Queens offers way less in the nightlife. Now, obviously, you do have Long Island City, so there are little peaks, but there's nowhere near as much. If you're like a nightlife person, Queens offers nowhere near as much as Brooklyn or Manhattan. Like, Queens just isn't the nightlife place. It's not. Queens, when you think of Queens, think of like families, nice, like people who want space, all go to Queens. Number 4, limited job market. While Queens is home to various industries, including healthcare, education, and manufacturing, the job market may not be as robust as Manhattan or Brooklyn. Depending on your career field, you may find limited opportunities within the borough of Queens, and you may need to commute to other areas for employment. Living in Queens presents a unique blend of advantages and disadvantages, from its diverse culture fabrics and its affordable housing opportunities to its green spaces and transportation convenience. Queens has much to offer. However, it's important to consider all the factors such as commuting challenges, neighborhoods, limited nightlife, limited space, and the job market before making an informed decision. Ultimately, your lifestyle preferences and your priorities will guide you towards determining whether Queens is the perfect place for you to call home. As I said before, if you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. All of our information is in the description below, so we can help you make a smooth move to New York. Feel free to watch some of my other videos. And before I forget, I almost let you go without giving you the bonus tip. Now, as I said before, I lived in Queens. I loved it. It's not as busy as the rest of New York. Queens is a lot slower, more space. So you have a little backyard. A lot of people in Queens actually have a driveway, which when we talk about Brooklyn, you'll know that having a driveway is special, especially if it's not a shared driveway. But we'll talk about that in another video. But Queens is a great place to build a family. Anywhere in New York is, honestly. I prefer Nassau now after being out here, but Queens is perfectly good if you still want to have more of that hustle bustle and you want to be close to Manhattan. But anyway, bonus tip, embrace the food scene. If you watched until here it is. Queens is a foodie paradise. With its diverse population, the borough offers an extensive array of culinary delights, from around the world, from authentic Chinese cuisine in Flushing, which we will do a video on, so don't worry, I'm going to do a video on Flushing, to its delectable Greek dishes. I don't know if you're into gyros, but Astoria has some of the best gyros or the best Greek food, and it's a mouth-watering Colombian street food in Jackson Heights. I'm a foodie, so I'm gonna name these places, and I'll bring you guys to see, to its Caribbean food in Jamaica. More specifically, I believe it's South Jamaica. But Queens is a haven for food, especially if you're like me and you're a foodie. You will definitely not run out of different restaurants to try. So make sure you explore your local restaurants, food festivals, and hidden gems to truly savor the unique flavors that Queens has to offer. Bon appetit. I think I said that right. Bon appetit? Something like that. I'm not French. I'm going to learn French soon. Bye.